And welcome to ANB Bronze 21 Part 2. Last time out we just hit level 70 and all I've been doing is sitting around in town upgrading abilities and turning in daily quests that I've been running on the main character. And then with the gold that was accumulated from that and the materials that came from salvaging the treasure chests that we collected along the way from leveling to 1 to 70, I've crafted just a rough make a start experience farming set. So there's a mix of epics, there's some standard stuff, we've still got this rings that are going to last a while yet, and we've still got our level right at the very start of the event, the Fire Lily and Vial of Wind Spirits. I have a quick rundown of the gear. So it's going to be a 6-piece Havoc experience farm set, haste ability rate experience with ability rate just as a socket there, just because I had the trillion sitting around. So we've still got experience and haste on the necklace. Haste ability rate experience, nothing socketed there at the moment, nothing to go in. Haste ability rate experience on the tunic. Integralis mantle, haste ability rate experience. These haven't changed. Haste experience, fire damage, extra gold for both of those items. The gloves, haste ability rate experience and bit of vitality for some toughness. Eventually we'll hit level 105 for experience farming. So the legendary gear is stuff that we will be keeping. Everything else will get upgraded as we go along. Just a regular bracer at the moment. Haste, physical damage and experience. Ideally I want fire damage, but I didn't have enough lesser essences to convert up, and it's 10,000 gold to convert one of them down to 10 essences, and as you can see we don't have much gold. I didn't want to throw loads of gems into wasting or waste gems on gold for stuff that's going to get replaced eventually anyway. On the special ordnance belt, so I'm looking to do more damage with heat seekers. We've got haste, physical damage, experience. Again, ideally we want fire damage, but the fire problem at the moment. So once we have some more essences of fire, or rather when we've got enough gold that we can do greater, and we'll make those legendary. Same with all of these, convert to legendary. Havoc pants, haste ability rate experience, movement speed. Same with the boots, haste ability rate experience, movement speed. Stuck some armour because I had a trillion in there. The rings we've seen before, experience haste and experience haste. A level 74 torch, haste ability rate, experience vitality, and an epic firebug, haste ability rate and experience. In terms of abilities, as I say, I've been upgrading most of the skills, so we've still got lethal shot at 7 now, explosive shot at 7, rapid fire at 8, mag trap at 8, heat seekers at 8, piercing ammo at 7, pathfinder at 7, and tracer at 7, and those last 3 are on their way to level 8. Everything else is up to level 3 with the exception of 2 abilities. The only reason this one's level 1 is because I wanted to keep this one at level 1, so I was just doing 3 ability upgrades at the same time. I'm keeping Smokescreen at level 1 for now because we're going to do a little bit of gold farming in a bit, and I don't know how much ability rate we'll have on the gear, and when you're running through maps it's handy to have this to cast quite often with Bounty Hunter, so keeping that at level 1 means it won't have a long cooldown after I cast it. So I've also popped a 200% currency booster, so the idea is we'll run down this 14 minutes experience farming. That's going to leave us just under 16 minutes for gold farming, which we'll do at Severed Mountain, I guess, to start with. That should then get us enough gold that we can craft the legendary items that we need, and hopefully make a start on making some proper experience farming rings. Champion level allocation at the moment, everything into haste on the offence tab. Once that's done, it's all up to power. Defense at the moment is life, then I'm guessing armor, life on hit, life regen, as I normally do. I'm throwing everything at ability rate at the moment, and then I'll go into experience and movement speed. If we come to gold farm, we'll chuck stuff down into extra gold. And abilities at the moment, obviously quite low level, so nothing to shout about. We've got 6 hits per second, bit more physical damage than we need, and hardly any fire damage. That'll all change later on. Plenty of health for where we're going to be fighting at this early stage. Life on hit is all from medals at the moment. We'll get 1,000 from champion levels eventually. Ability rate 1104, which again that will go up a bit with the Integralis Mantle. We're looking at 1500 already with that, which is good. And our experience is at 2542, so we should gain champion levels nice and quickly. We hit level 70 before beating the boss last time, so that means we get a load of trials unlocked. Okay, so we've got Garm at 24 to make a start with. Now, I've not experienced farm on Bounty Hunter for a long time. We're just going to blow everything away with one hit, are we? Okay. Don't need to worry too much about how we're going to play this at the moment then. Get to have a slight warm up running around. I seriously missed out that many enemies on the way. So that gets us Ephemeral Cube. Could end up using those for a gold farm set, or an initial one. We'll make a better one for later. That Elitist is just a daily quest that I picked up on the main account but didn't bother even running it there. I've just kept it for this character to complete. So let's just chuck junk down here, do a final tidy up. We'll get enough of those for a full set of Havoc experience farming, I guess. And champion levels, so haste is going up, life is going up. Build that ability rate. I should imagine we unlocked quite a few trolls there, up to 43. So it's still just a couple of shots, so we still don't need to play things or try and round up a group at this stage. Oh, let's just get rid of those. This group should be enough. And goodbye, Alban. That ephemeral ring I think I will save for push, because I like to craft my experience farming rings. So let's have a sort out of inventory. Two of those. Shove them down there. I'll put the push set into this tab, I think. Let's see where we are up to. 59 Garm again. Oh, not assigned champion points. We'll do that as soon as we get in the trial. And a bit more ability rate. Okay, so finally we will be playing a bit more properly. We'll get rid of that group. Yeah, we don't want to leave too much behind here, do we? So we're on a donut map. We'll work our way around down here. Pick up what we can at the bottom. That's the problem. We've got loads of enemies up the top here. Would have been better off running around that way first. Ooh. Garm doesn't do enough damage at these low levels to worry about dodging at this stage. So Troll 55 down, all the rewards for that. Let's carry on. So these custom rare jewellery, I always take those over to the main account. They're useful for making perfect jewellery. Always feels like a bit of a waste to use them in ANB unless you farm loads of gold and are able to sit at the jeweler and pick up lots of perfect stat rings and necklaces along the way. That's handy. Let us stick that in there. It's a nice amount, isn't it? So there's our life. We'll do armour. We'll soon have ability rate filled. Just trying to find the level where we'll be stopping to farm the last sort of 10 minutes or so. Don't want to run too far ahead of these or we'll lose aggro on them. Not a great map. Go so far as to say it's a terrible map for experience farming. I'll see the character's quite slow at this stage because we've not added in movement speed anywhere. Or rather, we've not got the champion levels on movement speed. So we're still under 90 seconds, we can go a bit higher. I don't really want to go too much beyond 80 at this stage. That might be pushing our luck a bit. We will get some things. Oh, 3 hours worth of books, that's nice. We probably unlocked well beyond 80. I'm going to take us to 80, and I think that will be the... well, we'll pause the video while I just farm out the last of that experience booster, and then we'll have some gold left over, or gold farming, sorry, gold booster left over, so we can use that at Severed Mountain. Shove them up there because, oh, it's already dealt with. 80 is looking slow, isn't it? That might be more down to the way I'm playing at the moment. Definitely help if we had fire damage rather than physical. I would say it is a bad map again for farming. We'll play this properly in terms of dodging. Yeah, it's far too slow to farm. Another 3-hour book. That's nice. A lot of champion levels rolling in. Our power's going to start going up now, so our damage is going to go up in nice amounts. I'm going to go movement speed because I don't like how slow that character's moving for a bounty hunter. So for trial 80 we get glory, more gemstone selection, last ephemeral necklace, more gemstones. I think I will drop back to 75 and probably do that off camera. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for. There we are. Inventory sorted. So 3 bits of jewellery ready for push. Couple of those. So I'm saving up teardrops for the experience farming jewellery that will be crafted. Let's unsocket that. Got a brilliant we can stick in instead. Actually, let's just take a look at 75 together. So you get to see my thought process. I'm looking for running in under 90 seconds. That last one took almost 2 minutes. Yes, it was a bad map, but not 30 seconds bad. Ugh. Draining ghosts slowing us down so much. That nice big group of elites will help. Hopefully we've kept aggro on everything. Yeah, you've definitely got enough enemies here. So just over the 90-second mark. That's where I will be for the next 6 minutes. We don't need to see that being videoed, me just endlessly running 75. So I will see you again shortly. And welcome back. So there's a few seconds left on the experience booster and got 16 minutes left on the currency booster, so it's time to farm a bit of gold so that we can finish crafting a legendary experience farming set. I've made a cheap and cheerful gold farming set for now, just for this initial phase. Had a Havoc hood drop from the trolls. It had extra gold on it. It's not a great stat, but it's extra gold, so it's something I didn't have to craft. I haven't got any extra gold jewellery at the moment. That's all in the pipeline. This isn't the final farming build. I use the ephemeral boxes to make the gear. We've got Havoc shoulders, haste, extra gold ability rate. Havoc tunic, haste, extra gold ability rate. Just a blue rare integralis, haste and extra gold. A blue fire lily, haste, extra gold. A regular extra trinket, haste, extra gold ability rate. And then we've got Havoc gloves, haste, extra gold ability rate. Regular bracer, haste, extra gold ability rate. A regular belt, haste, extra gold ability rate. The pants, movement speed, extra gold ability rate. Boots, movement speed, extra gold ability rate. And then a couple of blue rare igniters, so the torch with haste and extra gold, haste and extra gold. I've removed the companions. I don't want them aggroing everything as we run through the map. Slight switch up on the build, so I've taken out mag trap. We'll put in smoke screen instead, and removed our tracer ammo to put in our nimble fighter instead, so we can move faster through the maps. So as it stands, just for this initial, so we can get gold to craft the experience, the rest of the experience, we're on 2355 at the moment. That's going to be enough for where we're running. I have made a start on assembling things for jewellery, so I'm going to have experience, power, haste and ability rate on one ring, then it'll be experience, probably power, it is power, and then haste and bit of vitality for the last one. And this is where I'm just storing extra gold at the moment. I could technically fuse those up, but we don't really need to do that at the moment. So back to story. Severed Mountain. I'll probably do this first run killing everything along the way, just because we've got a bit of experience booster running, and there is that quest that we're going to have to do. But from here on in, I won't turn the quest in unless it keeps nagging me to do that. So yeah, about 30,000 gold per run. We will need to keep selecting this. So the way I'm going to be running these, since we don't have any booster, is we'll stealth there, run through to here, kill Magroth, collect some gold and get out. And that was 20,000 gold, so almost one legendary to craft. Hitting smoke screen on those enemies just because they have the reveal on them, which would remove smoke screen. That wasn't a lot of gold, was it? Doesn't matter, we've got 15 minutes of just doing this. I'm not going to record all of them because that will bore you to death. Here we go again. I think you get the idea of what we're doing. Simple as that. And out we come. One more run for luck and then I can do the last 15 minutes off camera and we'll meet back up to see where we are. Ta-da! That one's not a bad gold explosion, was it? So, where are we? 100,000 gold from those few runs, so that will enable us to craft a few things, and hopefully I'll be able to make some work on experience farming jewellery as well. We'll meet back up at the end of the gold farm and see what I've managed to craft as well at the end of that, so see you again shortly. And welcome back. Experience gear is all crafted, and rings and necklaces. Before we go through that, I'll just quickly jump into where I think the gold farming stuff was. Ended up with some fairly necklace and rings. I couldn't be bothered to continue to carry on trying to get legendary. We had over 3,000 extra gold at that stage, which is fine. Still on 699,477 gold, and I did run, once I'd finished crafting everything, I decided to run story just through to the end of World 1 and the first map of World 2. In terms of experience farming gear, we've got a Havoc Hood, haste, experience, ability rate, vitality. That's currently socketed with ability rate, and I have enchanted it with fire damage, so we're trying to boost our heat seekers damage as much as possible. The necklace is haste, ability rate, experience, extra gold. I just went with extra gold from a perspective of not having many gemstones left to socket, and we really didn't need any other stats, so extra gold, since we run trolls with a gold booster anyway for the gemstones, so we'll get a bit of extra gold from that. Havoc shoulders, haste, experience, ability rate, power, socket with power. There's no enchantment on those. The tunic is haste, experience, ability rate, vitality. No enchantment on there. Integralis mantle, haste, experience, ability rate, vitality. We've got room for a socket when we have some gemstones later. Fire lily, haste, experience, ability rate, fire damage, and again room to socket something later when we got the gemstones. Talisman of power, so I've replaced the vial of wind spirit that we used for getting to level 70 and some of those earlier runs, so this will speed up our boss fights considerably. Once you've reached about level 60 or 70, the vial of wind spirit's not so useful, and if you're on a fire lily you'll want the talisman of power. So we have haste, experience, fire damage and ability rate. On the gloves, haste, ability rate, experience, vitality, socket with a trillion power for now. I've added some dodge rating as a cheap enchantment as well. A level 71 bracer of mastery, haste, experience, fire damage with a bonus to heat seekers. Special ordnance belt, going with our full Havoc build. Heat seeker damage is increased. A haste, experience, fire damage, ability rate. We've got ability rate socketed just because we had a trillion. Could take some of these out later. The Havoc pants, haste, ability rate, experience, movement speed, and also enchanted with movement speed. The boots are haste, ability rate, experience, movement speed, enchanted with movement speed and armor socketed. Rings, 227 power, experience, ability rate, haste, and some vitality socketed. And again, 227 power, vitality, experience, haste, bit of vitality socketed. And the igniter set, torch, haste, ability rate, experience, vitality. I've added a slayer enchantment to that, which again makes things blow up faster when we're experience farming. And firebug, haste, experience, ability rate, vitality. I do want to add slayer to that, but it needs 10 marker titans. We have 4, so probably a few trolls to run before we can craft the second slayer, but we've got the materials for it, and then we'll be running hopefully by that stage 105 so many times that we'll then get enough to craft our push gear. Switch the abilities back for troll pushing, so out goes smoke screen, in comes mag trap, out goes our nimble fighter, and in with, I never remember it, tracer ammo. As far as details go, I've swapped around a little bit on utility. So I had maxed out ability rate earlier. When I was gold farming, I went extra gold, movement speed and ability rate. I'm now going full experience, movement speed and ability rate. So we need to refill ability rate, but that's not going to take long now. And our stats, damage, that is just going to increase as we go along. Gaining champion levels. Our haste, it says 7 hits per second. I haven't tested, it might be 6.75. It's a rounded number, it might be below 7, but it's a decent number anyway. Fire damage up at 72.2. That would be nice for experience farming. We've got loads of life and armour really for running. That will be plenty for Troll 105, which is the target. Nice amount of dodge rating, chance when hit. Life on hit, since we've got 1000 now from champion levels, that's enough for experience farming. So the 308 from medals is just a bonus. Ability rate up at 2062, so we shouldn't be worried about cooldowns. Extra gold or movement speed at 31.8, so we're nice and fast at moving now, and our base experience is 1164, so we just need to pop. Let's take an hour's worth of these and just see what that does to our experience. So 3493, and we're getting a little bonus gold along the way. So let's see, we ran trial, if I just quickly go back here, so 57 runs of Severed Mountain. I did a couple of runs of Siege of Anderhelm, couple on Broken Dragon, and just completed this first quest here. Now we know that earlier trial 80 was 2 minutes. Now we've got the gear together, we are still quite low in terms of champion levels, so I'm not sure how quickly we'll get through this. The key is not to push too high too soon, or you end up wasting time. That should be enough to kill them, yeah. This is a messy roundup, showing that I'm very much out of practice. Crumbs. Oh good, we've got fast elite chasing. Nothing standing around there. Really? Not enough enemies, okay. We won't waste any more time trying to run that again. Or seeking out where there are some enemies that we could pull out. Kara. This is possibly a donut map. Nice to know that the heat seekers will take care of the group now. Yeah, we've definitely got enough this time. Oh, Kara melting because Slayer was up, and yeah, we've knocked over a minute off just through having the gear done. So we can definitely go higher than that. That's a nice amount of champion levels to be getting still. Let's push up our ability rate. Shall we see if we can get the... see what 90 looks like. Will be the Celestial Transform at this stage. Not that we've got anything to put it on yet. It'll be a while before we need to worry about things like that. I should have just set up the portal, but it's too late now. We've engaged enemies, so we're going to have to do the fight. It's impossible to see anything in this gloom. Probably would have helped if I'd vortex them first. Never mind. Let's do that. We've got Kara out. Slayer, as meant, she's gone down very quickly. And we can definitely farm higher than 90. We've done it in that time. So, Celestial Transform for 90 and some currency boosters. But I think it's quite a long video already, so I will stop for today. And we shall carry on finding out where our farm zone is next time around. Any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below, and as always, thank you very much for watching.